What personal connections did Booth have with Fordstheatre staff? Imagine walking into a place where everyone knows your name and your routines. That was the reality for John Wilkes Booth at Fordstheatre. Booth was a famous actor in Washington, D.C., and he performed there many times before April 14, 1865. His frequent appearances made him familiar to the staff and management, almost like a regular visitor. He considered the theater a second home because he often stopped by to pick up his mail, which was delivered right there. This was because he was a regular presence and had built a relationship with the people working there. Booth was close enough to the owner of Fordstheatre, John T. Ford, that he knew him personally. Booth had a good rapport with Ford and the staff, which gave him easier access to the building. On the morning of the assassination, Booth stopped by the theater to get his mail. During that visit, he learned from Henry Ford, John T. Ford's brother, that President Abraham Lincoln would be attending that evening's performance. This inside information was possible because Booth was already well known to the Ford family and staff. He also had direct contact with several employees like stagehands and doormen. Booth was recognized by them and allowed to move freely around the theater. On the night of the attack, Booth left his horse with Ned Spangler, a stagehand. Spangler then handed the horse over to Joseph "Peanut" John Burroughs, a young African-American employee responsible for guarding the stage door. Burroughs was called away to hold Booth's horse, which gave Booth a chance to slip inside the theater unnoticed. Booth's familiarity with the theater's layout and staff routines helped him move around without raising suspicion. He knew how to enter through a rear door and pass through the alley behind the theater. He even visited the nearby Star Saloon before returning to the theater. His knowledge of the staff routines and the building's design made it easier for him to carry out his plan to assassinate President Lincoln. These personal connections and the trust Booth had built with the theater staff played a big role in how he gained access to the presidential box. His relationships with the management and employees made it possible for him to carry out one of the most infamous acts in American history. Booth's familiarity with Fordstheatre shows how his acting career and personal ties helped him in a way that changed history forever.